Hey guys, welcome back. In this video, I'm going to show you how to use try statements and the importance of using them with files and directories. So if you're ready, let's get started. Okay, so I have my code right here, and all this code does is it's supposed to read from this file right here, and then we're supposed to print it to the terminal. But now there's a slight error with this. So if we run this, we get the error and it says not readable. But now what makes it even worse is if we go back into our file.txt, it is completely empty. So all the content that we had in here is now completely erased. And that's exactly not what we want. So what's going on here? Well, first of all, we are reading to a file even though we should be writing to a file. So that's the first problem. And the second is we are getting this error. Now, when you are creating a program or an app, you do not want errors at all because that is going to crash your program or your app. Instead, you would rather be notified of the error, or you would rather let your program give you an error, but you do not want your app or program to crash, as in this case, it has already crashed. And that's where our solution try statements come into the scene. So now let's first create our try statement, and we just type in try with a colon here, and there, we indent this, and that's how we create our try statement. Now we have a red squiggly line here, and it's saying it must at least have one except or finally clause. And in other words, all it needs is an except statement or a finally statement. And we are going to do except exception, and we are going to do as e. And what this does is it's going to accept any exception or error in this case, and we're just creating a variable name for this exception and calling it e. Instead, we can call it exception, but that's too long. And now we're going to print our error to the terminal. So this is what we're going to print to the terminal. We're going to print IO error, which means that it's going to be an input output error. And then we're going to print the file name, which is file.txt, and then we're going to print the error. So if we run this, make sure we have content inside, we get IO error file.txt, so we know exactly which file is causing the error, which is our file.txt right here, and it's this one, and it says not readable. So the problem is we cannot read from file.txt. And why so? It's because we are in this write mode. So now we know exactly where the error is coming from and how to fix it. All we have to do is do R. But as you can see, we do not get this red little icon right here. Instead, we have this blue icon, which means that our program actually ran correctly and it just came across an error but did not crash. And that's exactly what we want when we're creating apps and programs. We do not want it to crash, but we do want to be notified that we have an error. And this is exactly what happened. So that's the power of try statements. Now, whenever you're dealing with files, always put them in a try and accept clause. Never use them outside of that. Now, if you enjoyed this video, then smash that like button. Let me know in the comments below if you had a different solution. And of course, if you haven't already, make sure you subscribe for more videos and useful tips like this one. With that said, I'll see you in my next video.